everyone, my name is Emma Carmen and I am back for our second episode of Conversations with Coaches. Today I will be going live with Shelby Armstrong from Davis Elkins College. Shelby just finished her third year as the head coach at Davis Elkins. She was hired in 2016 and she built the program up for its inaugural season in the spring of 2018. The Senators saw their first program victories in the 2019 season and also had the program's first all-conference selections under Shelby. Shelby has had experience working as the director of an acrobatics and tumbling at a gym in Texas and coaching in Oregon when she was actually a part of the team. She was on the University of Oregon team and graduated in 2016 with a degree in social science. Shelby will be joining us in just a second. Later on in the next couple of days, we'll be talking to different people from Frostburg State University, Quinnipiac University, West Liberty, and the University of Oregon. We'll be talking to each of these coaches, some head coaches, some coaches, but Shelby's just going to join us right now as I give a quick introduction about who she was and what she's done as a coach for the program. Shelby, how are you? Thanks so much for coming on.
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's just start first off with the introduction to your school, talking about where you guys are located and what division you compete in within the NCATA.
Okay, awesome. So we are in Elkins, West Virginia. We're about 2.5 hours from Pittsburgh and about 2 hours more north of Charleston, West Virginia. We're kind of nestled in the mountains a little bit. Our town has about 10,000 people in it, and then the enrollment of our school has about 750. We compete at the Division II level for the NCAA, and then we're also a part of the Mountain East Conference.
Perfect. So throughout your 3 years at Davis Elkins, obviously last year was a little bit of a different year for coaching, but what is the main goal that you've tried to teach your athletes being the head coach there?
Yeah, I mean, I have so much passion for the sport, and so I really try to give that to them. We know, right, that our athletes don't know what all goes on behind the scenes, but that they know how important this opportunity is, how awesome it is, right, how they're making history, regardless if they win, if they lose, if they land on their feet, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing is that they see what we're doing. They see, that they're martyrs, basically, for what's happening in the next few years. When I started the sport, we had 6 schools, and now, we're in the 30s. So it's grown so much, and just that they know the opportunity is like once in a lifetime, and it's only 4 years of their lives. And I think that that's been the most important thing for me, regardless of the wins and losses, is that they know what impact that they're having on young women.
So on your team specifically, what are some of your guys' athletic strengths that you've noticed?
I would say it's changed every year. Pretty much. So our first year, we had a pretty small roster. So what I would say about that first class, our seniors, which we're going to lose this year for the first time we have a senior class. It's going to be pretty sad, but super awesome for us. But they were pretty much in every single event because we did have a small roster. And so we had to meet the requirements, and we did. We just used the same people over and over again. So they became really strong athletes, and they became really just well-rounded athletes. And then we had 2 acrobatic gymnasts who were in that first class as well, who I'm also going to lose this year. But they really helped us out in the acro areas and the pyramid areas. And so pyramids have always been a strong suit for us every single year. We've gotten pretty close to going to the national championship with our scores for the event finals. So I would say that that's always been a goal every year when they come in. They're like, we want to go to the national championship. So just trying to get there this year. We know we were close, and we were right there, and we had the conference championships now and everything like that. So yeah, I would say, just having well-rounded athletes, and then the pyramid section has been really good for us.
Awesome. So from athletic to academic, what are some of your academic successes that you've noticed, whether it's a certain major that your school falls under that's a little bit more prominent than others, but what makes you guys stand out academically and within the NCATA?
Right. So we're a private school. So, academics are going to be a little bit different than public schools, and then class sizes are going to be smaller, like a lot of acro schools that you see. Our strongest programs are nursing, criminology, and exercise science that I can think off at the top of my head. I have a lot of nursing students. We have a lot of criminology athletes on the team. But yeah, those are probably going to be our 3 strongest academic areas. And then athletes coming in, that's typically where they fall under, pre-med, things like that.
Awesome. So earlier we were talking about how every single moment practically you're making history here within the NCATA and now the NCAA. Just will you talk a little bit more about the significance of opportunities for women not only to compete in the sport, but then go on to coach?
Right, absolutely. So just competing in the sport, we give opportunities to artistic gymnasts, acrobatic gymnasts, competitive cheerleaders, high school cheerleaders, power tumblers, you name it. And I think that what a lot of student athletes coming out of high school have to recognize is what do they want to do for the next 4 years, but also gymnasts. There's not a whole lot of opportunities to get that full scholarship, to go to that D1 program, that D2 program, for gymnastics, but these kids are good. Even the Excel gymnasts, they have places to go. And so I think that just creating the opportunity that we've been able to create to give athletic scholarships to athletes to be able to go to college, to continue their athletic careers, and just something different for 4 years. And that's what I get from a lot of my recruits is like, I just want to do something different. Yeah, that's it. We're taking away your bars, we're taking away your beam, it's just on the floor. I'm going to put shoes on your feet and you're not going to have springs anymore, but they get used to it and they ease into it, right? Like every program, we take it slow. But I think that just being able to, that athletes know that they have another place to go. And then with coaching, and this is what I tell recruits now, I don't know what you want to do in 4 years. I majored in business. I didn't plan to coach, but when you walk out of graduation, you have an opportunity to get into the sport as a grad assistant, an assistant, sometimes head coaches. We're growing so much and we need a big pool for that. So I think that there's this opportunity everywhere for the rest of their lives after being able to compete in the sport. And then to say on their resume in 10 years that, you made history, right? So people are going to know then, everyone's going to know what acrobatics and tumbling is. And so I think that that is something that you have to keep reminding them that you're going to be able to go to a program and be on the floor immediately, and have a place and have it be an asset.
So last but not least, one more question. What are your hopes for the future of your program at Davis Elkins?
I really just want to keep growing. We're still pretty small. This is, like I said, our 4th season. So we're going to lose 7 seniors this year, which is going to be, again, really awesome to have our first class to go out. And then I'm looking to sign 20 athletes for 2021 coming in next year. So it's going to be a lot of work, but I just want to keep growing, whether I'm here for 2 more years, 10 more years, that, the culture that we've created continues and they get to go to that national championship, whether it's a team, for events, whatever it is, that they get to accomplish all of those goals and just, getting stronger every day and creating more opportunities for each other to be able to accomplish those goals that they set out to do.
Thank you so much, Shelby. And thank you to everyone who tuned into this episode of Conversations with Coaches. Up next, we will have Katie Nunley from Frostburg State University tomorrow. And I'm Emma Carmen. And remember, we will be doing 1 to 2 of these conversations per day. If you can't make it live on Instagram, all of these videos will be going to our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So be sure to tune in to learn more about each university and what is best at each school. Thank you so much, Shelby, again. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.